Hello and welcome to another episode of Disney Movie Investigation. If this is your first time watching, welcome to the show. In each episode, we take a look at a movie that is featured on Disney+. On this episode, we are going back into the vault to take a look at a piece of classic cinema as we take a look at The Sound of Music starring Julie Andrews and Christopher Plummer. And if you are enjoying these episodes, I do ask that you please hit that subscribe button. That way you'll be notified with each new video. Now, sit back and enjoy this episode of Disney Movie Investigation. So like I said, today we are covering The Sound of Music. This movie was released on March 2nd, 1965. It was directed by Robert Wise with the screenplay by Ernest Lehman. The production companies were Argyle Enterprises Incorporated, and it was distributed by 20th Century Fox. The budget for this movie was $8.2 million, and it did a box office return of $286.2 million. So let's take a look at the backstory. In December of 1962, 20th Century Fox president Darryl F. Zanuck would hire screenman Langman to write the screenplay adaptation of The Sound of Music musical. Lehman would look at the script of the musical and decided to rearrange the song order. He also decided to emphasize more action that would also allow the picture to showcase the beauty of Salzburg and the Australian Alps. Lehman would also eliminate the songs How Can Love Survive and No Way to Stop It. The first choice for the director was Robert Wise, but he was unavailable as he was preparing to work on another feature called The Sand Pebbles. William Wyler was hired to direct the movie, and from the beginning, Wyler was reluctant and unenthusiastic about the project. His heart was just not in it. Wyler would ask that the project be delayed so that he could direct The Collector, and Zanuck would respond by going on to direct Zanuck would respond to go and direct the film and not worry about The Sound of Music, that it would be waiting for him once he was finished. So after Wyler went on to direct The Sand Pebbles, Wise was actually rehired to direct The Sound of Music, and Wise was more excited about The Sound of Music, so everyone thought it was a better choice. At Wise's request, he had two new songs written for the film, the version of Something Good and I Have Confidence. So in terms of filming of the movie, filming began on March 26, 1964 at the Fox Studios in LA. They also would film in Salzburg, where they would face opposition from city officials about filming scenes with swastika banners in the background. They would relent after filmmakers threatened to include old real news footage of Salzburg featuring the swastika banners. Filming would resume around various locations in Germany, and on July 6th, they would return back to the Fox lot where they would continue until September 1st of 1964. So in terms of the cast, we have Julie Andrews as Maria, Christopher Plummer, who plays Captain Von Trapp, Eleanor Parker, who plays Eliza von Schreider, Richard Hayden, who plays Max Detwiller, Peggy Wood, who plays Mother Abyss, Nicholas Hamlin, who plays Frederick, Heather Mendez, who plays Louisa, Dwayne Chase, who plays Kurt. Maria had longed to be a nun since she was a young girl, yet when she became old enough, she discovered that it was not all that she thought it would be. Often in trouble and doing the wrong things, she is sent to the house of Naval Captain George von Trapp to care for his 7 children. He was widowed several years before and is left to care for his children, who have run off countless governesses. Maria soon learns that all they need is a little love to change their attitudes, and she teaches them to sing, and through her music, it is brought back into the hearts and the home of the Trapp family. Unfortunately, Maria and the captain are falling helplessly in love, except there are 2 problems. He is engaged to a baroness named Elsa, and she is postulant. So in terms of the legacy of the movie, Mike Kaplan was hired to compose the publicity campaign for the film, and he decided that the tagline for the film should be "The happiest sound in all the world." Howard Turping would design the poster, and the original plan was to release the film as a roadside theatrical film in large cities that could handle the 70mm screenings and a 6-track stereophonic sound. 40 cities were chosen, and Fox would organize press junkets that would include interviews with the director and cast members. The soundtrack was very popular, and it ended up hitting Billboard #1 for 1965 and would remain in the top 10 for 109 weeks. The album has been re-released several times for anniversaries and deluxe editions, and that includes song demos as part of bonus features. This movie did very well at the Academy Awards. It actually won awards for Best Picture, Best Directing, Best Film Editing, Best Score, and Best Sound. The first TV broadcast of the film occurred on ABC on February 29, 1976, and ABC paid $15 million for a one-time only broadcast. The next time the film was shown on TV was June of 1977, where NBC paid $21.5 million to show the films 20 times over the next 22 years. NBC would actually cut 30 minutes out of the film in order to allow it to air in TV time constraints. October 9th, 1995, Julie Andrews would host a 4-hour NBC special in which the movie uncut and the musical numbers shown in letterbox format. Since 2002, the film has been shown on ABC the Sunday before Christmas every year. So would I recommend this movie? I think this movie is a classic. The songs are great. Julie Andrews is really eye-catching. This was right before she would do Mary Poppins. So I thought that it's kind of a momentum builder. The story is really engaging. I like the setting. The art backgrounds are really good, especially the Swiss film, like the Swiss backgrounds and stuff like that with the mountains and the Alps. The songs are eye-catching. There's some iconic songs for those that have never seen this before, such as "The Hills Are Alive," everyone knows that, and then the musical scale song, as well as "Nice Things." So definitely iconic songs, and again, this is a legendary picture that I think everyone should watch. So if you haven't watched it in a long time, it's often a good chance to rewatch it on Disney+. So thank you so much for joining us here on another episode of Disney Movie Investigation. I would love for anyone to please leave a comment below on what they think of The Sound of Music. So as we look forward to our next episode, we're going to go into a mid-90s, often forgotten film as we take a look at Bubble Boy. So until next time, I hope you have a magical day, and we will see you real soon.